Hello YouTube, and what is up? My name is Ben Warney, one of the Lords of Limited co-hosts, aka Mr. Metronome. You're here on our Lords of Limited YouTube channel, and we've got a draft video for you here today. Before we kick things off, as a reminder, if you enjoy our content, please remember to like, subscribe, leave us a comment in the comment section. Any and all of that will help us grow our channel here. So we've got a pack one, pick one with Theros Beyond Death Draft, deep in the format here. So we've got a choice between, I think, any of Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis, Nessian Hornbeetle, and really that's about it. Hornbeetle's better than all of the commons that are here. I don't think we want Devourer of Memory as a gold card, so we're trying to decide between the Planeswalker, which I think is good in the white go wide deck and has probably more of a home than I would have initially thought, like prior to how good that go wide deck is with the heroes and Rapid Flames. Pretty off green these days, so I think I'm going to take Elspeth here. I do think Hornbeetle and Elspeth are close on power level, but kick things off with an Elspeth. Ooh, baby. Get a good one here in Elspeth's Nightmare, pack one, pick two. Nothing else in the pack to consider. Next best card past this is probably Heliod's Punishment. If you know you're in an aggressive white deck, we don't know that yet, so I think early in the draft I would take Pilgrim over Punishment. After I was in aggro, I would probably take Punishment over Pilgrim. But regardless, it's a moot point because we get to happily snap up one of the best uncommons here, Elspeth's Nightmare. Alright, this pack leaves a lot to be desired. So, no clear direction for anything. Power level's super flat. The highest upside card is Heliod's Punishment. Soul Reaper Mogus goes well with our Elspeth's Nightmare. Elspeth's Nightmare is a card that's worth fighting over black for. We could easily abandon this Elspeth Sun's Nemesis and be anything. And of these two cards, I think Elspeth's Nightmare is better than Elspeth herself, oddly enough. So I think I'm going to take Soul Reaper Mogus, despite this being a little early to be taking one. I just don't know what else we're taking here. Like if there was a Thrill, anything, Amulet, would happily snap it up. These cards are just so meh. Okay, so there's a Rise to Glory now, which is looking good if we are in black-white. Maybe we wheel some Heliod's Punishments. Other cards that are of interest in the pack, Dream Shaper Shaman, and really that's about it. Everything else is pretty unexciting, so let's take a Rise to Glory here. Hope to pick up some Mire's Grasps and Dreadful Apathies. Alright, so there's a Thrill of Possibility that stands out. There's also Omen of the Sun, which unfortunately can't get back by Rise to Glory. Underworld Charger's pretty meh. I have liked Omen of the Sun a fair amount. It also goes well with our Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. Feels a little awkward to take Thrill as our first red card here. So I think I'm going to stay on track for now and take Omen of the Sun and see what comes. This again is another very, very, very weak pack. Alright, happily snapping up Traveler's Amulet here. A little concerning that white is totally gone from this pack and Underworld Dreams is the only black card remaining, so we may have to move off what we're doing here and choose white or black and pair another color with it. We'll have to see what comes. Rapid Flames we could wheel, but again, totally unexciting packs here. Alright, and then there's this pack. So, some sweet red cards, fine filler black and white cards. I don't think any of these red cards are good enough to move me into red for. So the question is, do I want to take a white card? Do I want to take a black card? And if so, which cards do I want to take? I think I just want Triumphant Surge here. I'm most interested in that. Nyxborn Marauder is really only exciting if you've got Devotion to Black going on, if you've got some Catoblepi or things like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to take Triumphant Surge here. We also could take Unknown Shores. It's a little early to take that. All right, Dawn Evangel or Triumphant Surge. We'll take a Dawn Evangel. And we need to look to lower our curve pretty significantly here. So right now, we don't have anything particularly exciting going on. We don't have a game plan. We're not taking advantage of Rise to Glory. We just have like a really individually powerful card in Elspeth's Nightmare. All right, so there's a hero here. We could look to abandon black and get into white-red. I think we just need to take our first 2-drop in Lena the Lost Pride, though, and just note that red seems to be flowing, so maybe there weren't a lot of good red cards opened this pack. So Lena the Lost Pride, get in, shipping some red along. All right, Scophos Warlooter I will happily take as my first red card. I like this card quite a bit. I think it's, one of the top 4 or 5 red commons, certainly. And happy to take it as my first red card, especially if we've got a sense that black might be getting cut and red is open. All right, Alter the Pantheon, I think, over Rumbling Sentry here. We're not interested in a Stampede Rider in white-red. And maybe we do some sort of multicolored. Ooh, speaking of multicolored nonsense, Dreamshaper Shaman goes pretty well in that deck. So maybe we can be some sort of a base Mardu splish splash around deck. It's a really big wheel, as well as wheeling hero of the games here. This is not the hero you want, but sometimes it's the hero you deserve. All right, let's get this out of here. So we've got options. Considering how weak those packs were, feel pretty darn good about where we're at. Also feel pretty darn good about opening an on-color Mythic. Heliod is one of the better gods in the set, probably the best god in the set, actually. Very difficult to beat and or race. We would love to wheel Hero and or Omen of the Forge. This is going to make sure that we stay white, though. Nothing is going to push me off white at this point. Haktos or Dreadful Apathy? Dreadful Apathy is just better than Haktos, I think, which is an odd place to be. I think if you told me that at the start of the format, I would have disagreed pretty strongly, but in practice, Haktos just doesn't play out very often where it wins you the game. And Dreadful Apathy is really strong in tandem with Rise to Glory. It makes things like Flicker of Fate playable. We could wheel an Incendiary Oracle here, or either of these 2 black cards, or Flicker, honestly, now that we've picked up the Dreadful Apathy, but gonna lock that in here and get deeper into white. All right, another Dreadful Apathy is perfect. So Erosa's Blessing, also very good, and our suspicion that red is open, probably true, but after Heliod, we need to take cards like Dreadful Apathy just to try to turn on Devotion, and we just want to be deeper into white. Also makes it to where we don't have to play red. Like the fact that we have 2 Dreadful Apathies now makes Rise to Glory a very real card. Shimmerwing Chimera trucking around, but we are happy snapping up Dreadful Apathies. Interesting pick here. So I think we take Daybreak Chimera. Normally I would not be thrilled about Daybreak Chimera in a spot like this, but a white flyer is actually pretty good with Heliod. So even if this comes down turn 4 or turn 5, we're gonna be happy with it, I think, which is a nice spot to be in. Also, Traveler's Amulet, I think we're less interested in going down that route now that we have something like Heliod that gives us a lot of direction. So Daybreak Chimera, welcome to the team. Nobody else we know here in the draft. I lost to Senelon earlier today. They had a very good white-red aggressive deck. Looks like we're rolling along too quick here. We left some people in the dust. If you ask me right now what I'm hoping to do, I think I'm hoping to go heavy base white, splashing black, and in that spirit, we're going to take Heliod's Pilgrim here to search up our 2 Dreadful Apathies. Adds a Devotion pip to Heliod, sticking around on the battlefield, and Blight Breath Catoblepas is a lot less exciting if we're not base black. Nothing else of interest in the pack. This pick is a little more interesting. We don't have ways to target our own stuff right now, but I think Hero of the Winds could be good. It's a fine blocker, and we've got token stuff going on with Elspeth and the Omen, and I'm not particularly excited about a Hero of the Games or a second Alter the Pantheon or a second Triumphant Surge, so I think I'm going to take Hero of the Winds here as like a fine but unexciting card. Similarly here, now that we have 2 Dreadful Apathies, Flicker of Fate really goes a long way. We'll happily play the first copy of that in our deck. Probably not a second. And no red cards really worth taking here. All right, Birth of Meletus. We could take a Final Flare. We don't have a lot of stuff sitting around on the battlefield, so I think I'm just going to take Birth. We need to lower our curve. Honestly, our game plan is going to kind of be revolving around Heliod. I don't know, actually. Rumbling Sentry's fine here as a card that's going to add devotion for Heliod. This body has been very relevant in the format. Decks that are looking to attack on the ground, this just does a great job of brick walling. And again, none of these black cards are really good enough here. So I just want more devotion pips for Heliod. We did wheel the Incendiary Oracle, so red is open. So let's take that here. It's just unfortunate that all the good red cards were in packs with, I mean, not unfortunate, we picked up Dreadful Apathies, but we really didn't get to take advantage of the fact that red was open, pun not intended, just because the Dreadful Apathies were in packs with Erois's Blessings. I think I want a second Triumphant Surge for the board before I want my second Rumbling Sentry. Wrap in Flames is a nice pickup if we end up going down the hero route. So I think currently our deck looks like this. Erebos the Bleak-Hearted. Not particularly strong here. We're never turning this on. I don't know if it's tickets or anything like that. I'm going to check real quick just to make sure I'm not passing like $30 here. I doubt it, but you never know. Erebos Bleak-Hearted, 30 cents. We're not passing any dollars along. So I think we are going to take an Erois's Blessing here over Omen of the Dead. Seems right to me, and then maybe try to get deeper into red this pack. Lower our curve a little bit and put a little more pressure on our opponents. Archon of Falling Stars is a great pickup for this deck. There's also a Woe Strider here. That's interesting. I think Archon's just better, though, with double Dreadful Apathy. It's such a strong card, and it's 2 devotion pips for Heliod. And we think red is more open than black anyway. Pretty sure I'm on Archon here. It's a close pick. If I thought black was more open, I'd be more interested in Woe Strider there. All right, another Daybreak Chimera or a Sunmane Pegasus. This is honestly kind of close. I think we just... Sunmane Pegasus is a better card than Daybreak Chimera, but I think we just want the white pips here. Which is a weird place to be. But turning on Heliod is really good. Shocker to no one. All right, Hero of the Pride is A+. We need 2 drops. Happy to snap that up here. So get in my deck. Ooh. Mire's Grasp is probably going to push me towards black-white. That means Rise to Glory is very good when we've got Dreadful Apathies and Mire's Grasp. We can always play the Soul Reaper of Mogus. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to go. It's a late Mire's Grasp. I think we need another Leon in here. So Omen of the Sun and Dawn of Angel, probably better cards, but we really, just with double Daybreak Chimera, want to lower our curve. And we've got plenty of late game value. So Leon and I think get in. This will do offense well and defense well, which is exactly what we want out of our 2 drops. All right, Lampad is a great pickup here. Sacrifice Outlet, Enchantment Creature, all good. Best card in the pack. Pious Wayfarer, is that good in our deck? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have a not insignificant amount of enchantments. So I think that will probably make the cut over something. Take another Triumphant Surge for the board over Hero the Games. I think I want an aspect of Lamprey here over Glory Bearers or Triumphant Surge. So let's take that. We can side that in some grindy matchups. Rumbling Sentry I like having access to in the board. Minions Return, not going to make the cut. Enemy of Enlightenment, also not going to make the cut. Missing like a Sentinel's Eyes, that would go a long way. But really, I think all told, pretty okay with where we're at. We really only have Flicker to target. This hero actually is just getting cut. It's just really bad. We have no ways to target it other than Flicker. Is that true? Yeah, which also means our Hero of the Pride is not great, but I think worth including. So is this our 23 here? And then we run 17 lands? That seems right to me. Could see playing a second Rumbling Sentry. I don't think we need it though. We have a Lampad to take advantage of tokens. Yeah, and I think I like the one Triumphant Surge main. That would be the one thing that we could think about swapping. Because we do have a good removal suite in Grasp, Nightmare, Apathy, that we could side this out and have Rumbling Sentry as something that's going to hold the board down and dig us towards Heliod. I think I'm into that. And then we bring in a Triumphant Surge once we know they're going to be good. All right, we want more swamps than that. I think we go like 11-6. Seems good to me. Could probably get away with 10-7, but we do have double white that we want to cast a fair amount. So let's save this and hop in the rounds and see what we can do. All right, here we are for round one. We won the die roll. Yes, we would like to play first. This hand's very good. Keep. We're not Pious Wayfarer turn one. And our plan is going to be to kind of curve out Heliod's Pilgrim into Elspeth. Hopefully pressure our opponent. We can search up Apathy or Mire's Grasp, whichever seems more pertinent. Get a rebuy off Rise to Glory. So really all we need is a strong creature threat to really take off with this hand. Temple of Malice, sure. Opponent deep in the tank. They scryed top. So no scry value for them. Alright, drawing our second plains is strong. And we would pretty much like to not draw many more lands the rest of the game. Ooh. Potentially 3 colors over there. That is a spicy draw. Alright, so let's Pilgrim. I think search up Apathy against the escape colors. Whoa. Just gunning down my Pious Wayfarer there. So we probably missed out on a point of damage by not attacking before we did our stuff. See if that ends up being relevant or not. I'm too in love with my F6 value. Alright, I think we just slam Elspeth here. Make a couple soldiers. Whoa. Opponent snapping off Fateful End on Elspeth. That's great for us. think Elspeth's not generally going to do much better than that. Perfect. We get a snap off Nightmare on that. Get in for 3. So our card quality is just dwarfing our opponents here, which is really where you want to be in Theros. It's the quickest way to victory. We also, if our opponent plays another small creature and we see they have non-creature spells in their hand, we could flicker Elspeth's Nightmare on Chapter 3. Or not. Opponent's scrying, that's fine with us. They're pretty far behind here, and presumably green-red is going to have large threats that Apathy's very good against. Like, if we ever get an Apathy flicker, the game's probably over. Let's get Lampad down and smash. We don't have anything to go get other than the Apathies and the Mire's Grasp main deck. Like, otherwise we might have been in a situation where we wanted to flicker and go get Aspect of Lamprey to get their last 2 cards. Like, if I had the choice to do that here, I would do that. Got a little bit of lag from the old MTGO here. Hashtag quality. Maybe. Hello? There we go. Archon's a nice one. So let's Apathy here, hold up Flicker, and bash for 4. Horn Beetle, sure. Erois's Blessing. What are they going to target? My Lampad, presumably? Do I care about that? I don't think so. We just sack in response. I could flicker. I think we just sack in response. So the reason we're sacking here, like, if we want to get this back with Rise to Glory to burn our opponent out, we can. And if our opponent's that worried about getting burned out at this point, it's great news for us. All right, and then so we will exile plus flicker this turn. So if you've not seen this trick before, still just exiling. You hold control so that you maintain priority. So I literally have control pushed down right now while I'm using Dreadful Apathy. And that puts you in full control mode. We hold priority. With that trigger on the stack, we flicker Apathy, pay our mana, boom, put it on the Horn Beetle, and then we get to attack our opponent for 3 again. So click, attach that here, and then that still gets exiled, and Hulk Smash. Not even going to need Heliod this game, it looks like, which is a pretty feels good man. Sure. What is the escape cost on this? 6. Exile 4 of their cards. That's probably worth it. That makes our opponent have to trade off Nyxborn Brute here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. +2/+1, +2/+1. And attack, attack, attack. Nyxborn Brute is pretty embarrassing for our opponent here. All right, we got the W. All right, against red-green monsters, probably want at least one Triumphant Surge in. Maybe more. We saw a lot of large things from our opponent. And we could cut what? I don't even know. Like Dawn of Angels, pretty meh. Birth of Meletus is not going to do anything against their stuff. I think I like those swaps. We could bring an Aspect. That's so situational, though. Like, yes, we hit the situation where we wanted it, but it's also possible that it's just going to be rotting in our hand. So, I think I am into the rest of this. So, let's run it back. It's a good hand here. We wish we were on the play, but can't mulligan this. Sure. See where they scry. Bottom. Pious Wayfarer into Leonin into Omen is a strong curve out if we hit land drops. It's a Beetle. Can I get a swamp? No swamp yet. Let's play a Leonin, say go. So that's pretty scary out of red-green. Like the red-green's best starts all start with Horn Beetle. Yeah, this is tough. And now that's out of Nightmare range. Yikes. All right, let's play a hero and say go. Good news is, like, this we can trade with, and we have Apathy to stop the Horn Beetle. Sure, don't care at all. If they want to attack, I will 2-for-1 myself on that. All right, perfect. So I think we just go ahead and snap off Apathy here. And give this +1/+1. Give this +1/+1. I think we give this +1/+1 and get in. And then if they want to trade off Chimera, good for them. Yeah, fine to make that trade. I think we're just going to horrifically outvalue our opponent over the course of a long game. I'm going to forward shooting down Leonin, Pious Wayfarer. Ooh, that was not good for the opponent. Okay, Chimera down. It's good for us. They're cracking in for 2. We don't care at all. Swamp, baby. So let's Elspeth's Nightmare down that Setessan Petitioner. +1/+1 here. And hopefully we're just savagely crushing our opponent now. Scrying, okay, interesting. It's pretty early to be scrying. I guess they're missing land drops. So how did they scry? Scryed bottom, and still missed a land drop? Ugh. That's bad. All right, Nyxborn Brute. Oh, they're done? All right. I can understand that. All right, on to round 2. All right, we're here for round 2. Won the die roll. Yes, we would like to play first. Hands a keep. Another strong one. Planes. If Magic Online will cooperate. There we go. Whenever it lags like that, it always makes me worry that I'm going to accidentally F6 my turn or something like that. You're late to the party. So we jam Leon in here. Pilgrim's probably going to search up an Apathy since we don't have black mana. And if our opponent stumbles here at all, they're going to be pretty far behind. Oh no. Opponent. I didn't mean it, I swear. I was not expecting them to stumble that soon. So we're going to Pious Wayfarer plus Lampad here to try to put max pressure on. Pump this bad boy. Smack for 4. All right, they got there. So I think we just jam with the team. If they want to block Leonin, I can't imagine they will. They need the land. So let's Pilgrim, and I think we go get Mire's Grasp here, honestly. Just for maximum mana efficiency. I don't think we need an Apathy. I said if we draw a land, if we can Grasp plus Apathy, that's really strong for us. Sure. Interesting. So we still have to Apathy, I think. They're just stupid far behind here. Feels bad for them. But I will take the W. In the tank here, thinking about how they could maybe get out of this. Seems unlikely with Lampad. Like, they're just dead to Lampad as it stands. I suppose they could have the Setessan Petitioner guy. That was our last opponent, though. And I think you're generally hoping to not have that card in your deck. Props to them for not just conceding, though. They are a better person than I. They also just know we have Mire's Grasp in hand. They do have the Petitioner. Wow. Okay. So we get a Chimera plus Grasp this turn. And they have to chump with this carry added. Or they're dead. Smash all. So it looks like they kept a one-lander where they just needed to hit a land, which you're 75% to do on the draw. Like, that was a good keep from them. They just got unlucky. So now they have to decide if they want to chump Leon in here with the carry added. I think that's reasonable, considering they can't just leave themselves dead to Lampad. We've just been super efficient from a curve out perspective, in addition to our opponent stumbling. No blocks. Interesting. Wrath is about the only thing that gets them out of this? They do have 8 mana here, but they have to deal with Lampad. Looks like our opponent's a very strong player, and they're thinking carefully through every out they've got, which is what you would want to do as a good Magic player. Like when you're behind like this, rather than just throwing their hands up and saying, I missed my land drop, screw it. They're really thinking about how they can leverage their cards to get back in the game. And hopefully for us, they don't figure out a way to do it. They have to deal with Daybreak Chimera and Lampad. If they do that, it's hard for them to do that though without tapping the carry addeds. Feels like they're in a pretty tough spot. Something like Warbriar's Blessing would be the first step. Like Typhon can still fight, even though it can't attack. Still seem to be connected. If there are any old school people watching the video, if you remember the days in Magic Online where like this would be happening, but you didn't know if you were actually the one that had disconnected, so you'd have to restart and log back on and think, oh, nope, it actually is my opponent that's disconnected. But sometimes it was you, and you just couldn't tell if you were disconnected. Thankfully, those days are behind us. That was a drastic quality of life improvement. All right, so our opponent finally gave up there. Against green, we saw Typhon, probably worth bringing in a Triumphant Surge just for that. And presumably if they have the carry addeds, they're ramping into big stuff or wanting to ramp into big stuff. So we could cut, what did we cut the last times? Like Dawn of Angel's pretty Excuse me. I think I'm into cutting Dawn of Angel. We could cut Wayfarer as well. That I'm not as excited about. We could cut Birth. I think I'm into that and bringing in 2 Triumphant Surges. It's a little aggressive, not getting to see much of their deck, but think those are two low impact cards, and we already saw one great target, and if they're green, we can expect them to have, more than 4 power creatures. So a little preemptive sideboarding on our part. It's funny how during the draft portion, like we knew red was open. There just were always good white cards in the pack with the good red cards, and then that one late Myers Grasp tipped us over into black-white just because Rise to Glory is so good when you've got these 3 cards. Honestly, this deck's really strong even without Heliod, and then Heliod's just a whole nother gear of, yes, we can kick your butt whenever we want to. Archon's insane in the deck. We have good ways to clog up the ground. Good air threats. I think this deck looks like trophy decks I've seen in the Lords of Limited Discord for sure. So hoping we can get there. Trophies have been few and far between for me in this format. Started off rough. I started just misevaluating a lot of cards. And then eventually got to a point where, okay, yes, I kind of do know where these cards are in relation to each other, and just recently do I feel really comfortable in the format. We're going to keep this. It's a little sketchy of a hand, but we definitely have the tools to fight. The worst thing for us if our opponent goes carry added into like Typhon or something like that, but even then we've got Apathy. Horn Beetle. That's scary. Hopefully they don't have Chimera. One time. All right, looks like they don't, or they would have played it pre-combat. So that's good news for us. We're going to get a leverage Elspeth Nightmare here. Think we go ahead and get the Horn Beetle down while the getting's good. Boom, baby. Are they mono green? Feeling pretty great about sighting in these Triumphant Surges. No blocks. See what's going on upstairs. Oh, yes, please. Let's get that out of here. That card's very good against our deck. We'll go land. Surge down the Huntmaster. And say go. Our opponent is way far behind here. Sure. We can surge that down as well. So our preemptive sideboarding here paying off handsomely. I think in response to that trigger, we want to go ahead and get this exiled as well. Might as well. We saw the Typhon that they had to take advantage of their graveyard. Let's do that. Say go. Destiny Spinner. And a carry added, sure. So we'll Apathy down this Destiny Spinner. Ooh, not anymore. Now we just play that. And we are 100% stable and in the driver's seat. Do I want that? I don't think so. I think we can just do better, honestly. I mean, yes, like we could be digging ourselves into land, but we're going to hit those lands eventually anyway. And at this point in the game, Leonin's just such a low impact card. Warden off the chain. Okay. So we Elspeth. And I don't think we need to do anything else yet. Let's just make a couple soldier tokens. Play that, say go. If they top deck a 4-power greater creature here, it's not great for us, not the worst. Looks like they did. Looks like they did. All right. That's strong for them. We still have good double blocks on the Warden. All right, so we Apathy this. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Couple more 1/1s, and say go. Elspeth's going to do quite a bit of work here. That's fine. Opponent's deck is strong. Daybreak Chimera is a win con. We probably ought to Myers Grasp one of these Wardens. Or maybe we just Myers Grasp this Destiny Spinner. It's really not doing anything right now. Oh, actually, we should Myers Grasp this Nexus Wardens so that we can get in with Daybreak Chimera. So let's hold off on that till next turn. So, and this is 6 to escape. Well, we can push that through with Elspeth. I still think we hold on. We're not, nothing's dying here. We're in fine shape. No attacks from the opponent. So you just see how excellent the body of Rumbling Sentry is here. All right, so I think we do this. Say okay. I guess, honestly, that's probably loose, because we really don't want to... We don't want to exile Dreadful Apathy, because we want to have that in there for Rise to Glory. Interesting. So I think we just say go. If our opponent finds a way to pump these Wardens, we're in trouble a bit. Flicker. Doesn't really do anything for us here yet. So let's attack with the Chimera and then Myers Grasp the Wardens post-combat. And then now I think we can bring back Elspeth and leave the Apathy in the yard. 2, 3, 4. Done. Make some 1/1s. Going wide. Another Chimera is great. Attack, and then next turn I think we're going to start -1ing Elspeth to put our opponent on a 2-turn clock. Moment of the Hunt, sure, don't care. See how they scry here. Bottom. All right, your go, opponent. Typhon, doesn't matter. Dreadful Apathy is a nice one. Let's pump our Chimeras. So we Apathy, Exile, and Flicker. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and I assume this will prompt a concession. Boom, boom. Yeah, looks like we got him. Telltale pause. Oh no, still playing. Going to the bitter end. Respect. All right, pump you, pump you. No blocks. Got him dead. All right, round 3 in just a second. All right, here we go for round 3 against City Noise. I know that name from somewhere. I don't know if it's from Twitch or if I've just played them on MTGO before. We are going to mulligan this, unfortunately. It's mulligan. This is a hand. Whew. Man, how greedy is it to bottom a land here? Pretty greedy? Pretty greedy. All right, let's bottom Rumbling Sentry. All right, blue-green Skull of Grove Dancer. That's a good target for an Elspeth Nightmare. Hopefully they don't have Setessan training or something to get it out of the way. Don't like this. This feels like Deny the Divines. We're not going to run Elspeth's Nightmare out yet. Test the waters. It's all fine. Thirsting, okay. So it does feel like this is a matchup where Elspeth's Nightmare is going to be very strong. Pitched a Witness, interesting. Illyrios is good. I think we just want to get down Nightmare. And then we can start Daybreak Chimeraing next turn. So Grove Dancer down. I think we just say go. I'm not in a hurry to try to attack them. They have an Omen to get back the Witness. That's nice. Oh, they're getting back the Grove Dancer. Interesting. I'm A-okay with that. So I wonder if they're using the graveyard that heavily that they need that as an enabler, or if they just feel like they're behind. All right, let's see what's going on. Thirsting in response. Okay. Interesting. Pitched a Kiorabest the Sea God? Poggers. And they have a Setessan champion in hand. That's a yikes. They have 5 mana, so they can't, as of now, champion plus an enchantment. Okay. Okay. Monka S. Daybreak Chimera, let's go. So hopefully they run out of Naked Champion here and we get it with Dreadful Apathy. By drawing a land. Vomit. That's so brutal. Okay, we really need to draw a land now, or this is going to spiral rapidly out of control. All right, that was a great draw. We're still not in the world's best spot this game, but we're doing okay for ourselves. Something like Rise to Glory would be good. I don't know any of the card names. I have played this format a fair amount. Like usually I get like 75 drafts in a format or whatever. For some reason, the card names have just been escaping me in this format. All right, so they have a land, Nyxborn Seaguard in hand. I think we double block this. Stuff's not getting any better for us. Although this just unlocks stupid Illyrios. Ugh. Alright, no blocks. Need a Rumbling Sentry. That's a pretty embarrassing draw. Really got you? You're still winning. You are in fine shape, my friend. +1/+1 here. And smash. All right, knowing they've got a Cure-Bess is not good news for us. Stop. All right. It's going to be hard for us to get out of this. Like every land we draw is just backbreaking. Say go. Another Omen's really good for them. Their deck looks very good. Better than ours, unfortunately. Yeah, their deck's insane. So, looking unlikely that we're going to get a trophy for you here today, YouTube. All right. We've got outs. That was certainly a card we needed to draw then. They've done so much filtering, though. Like, we're just due to flood out. Like, that's how we lose this game. We're going to have to draw, like, champs to be in this game at all. Because they're just going to be drawing constant gas thanks to these omens. Hopefully they jump the Forerunner again. Yeah. Smelling blood. A little prematurely, maybe. All right, if we don't brick on lands, there's a world where we get back in this game. We're bricking on lands currently, so not ideal. They went bottom bottom, so there's a chance they drew a land here. I do think we need to double block this reflection at this point. We just can't afford to keep bleeding damage. But like a Rumbling Sentry and we're stable here. I think we keep this apathy around so that Flicker does something. All right. Okay. Okay. Like rise to glory and we're in it. Pump you. Okay. Here you go. Okay, opponent's digging. Surely we've seen most of their good cards. One bottom, one top. Please nothing awful for me. Ugh. Let's go block, block. Interesting. They top but didn't play a spell. If it's a counter spell, we're just totally dead. Deck. Come on. Don't you need we need to not draw lands? I mean, considering what our opponent has done this game, the fact that we're still in this is very impressive. They're 9 cards deeper in their deck than we are. And we mulled to 6. All right, I think the 1 Triumphant Surge is an appropriate number against them. Aspect seems good against Kiora Best the Sea God. What do we want to cut? Dawn Evangel, I think. And everything else stays. Could be that we want a Wings of Hubris. I don't know that we have enough juice for that. Oh, I forgot we have Heliod. All right, we can beat this deck. We just need to draw Heliod. We haven't drawn that yet. I totally forgot that was in our deck. All right, ship it back like this. Now let's draw Heliod. Would you like to play first? Yes, I would. I'll keep. Not great, not terrible. Show me a Heliod. Okay. Pushing that damage. Hulk smash. Let's go. I think they're probably likely to block here, which is great for us. Stop. Okay, sure. +1/+1 here. Make some soldiers. Do some damage. Kill some things. Opponent's fairly far behind right now. That's annoying. It's pretty annoying. Also annoying that we can't play this for white-white. Okay. Gotta let that happen. Miss out on some pump here, unfortunately. But we need to get that off the battlefield. That's representing like oodles of life gain for them. So we're gonna need to hope that Daybreak Chimera can carry us here, which is unlikely considering they have 2 Witness of Tomorrows, but a guy can hope. Ooh, that's a nice draw. All right, so let's play a Chimera. Smash. Hopefully they're like spending their turn thirsting here or something. Stop. No, no. Ugh. We knew they had that, but I don't think we can not attack there. Sacrifice you to drain. Say go. Let's go Heliod. Clap, 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 clap. That's scary. Ooh, we did it! Wow. All right. Heliod, let's go. Devotion to white is 4. So that is a card indeed. The opponent is correct. I think we attack with Daybreak Chimera here. And even if they have an Omen, I guess if they have an Omen, it's bad for us. An Omen is pretty bad for us. We would have to sack both of our things. I think we're better off just waiting until next turn. Yeah, that's a good call on our part. All right, so we just need to not get got by Kiora Bess here. This is not going to work out the way the opponent wants. They didn't stack their triggers right. Okay. We fight. They have another one. Okay. They still didn't... That stacking of that trigger wrong really hurt them. So we go Sack. Yes. Counter here. Okay. 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 And okay. So they punted that pretty hard. That was a game-losing mistake for them. Because now Heliod's online. Always yield. And say go. All right, we got him. In for round 3 for all the marbles. Game 3 for all the marbles, rather. So I still think we only want the one Triumphant Surge. They have some creatures that can grow bigger than 4, like Eutropia. They had a Beetle, right? No, they had Cetessan Champion. And we also saw Nylea's Forerunner. So I think the only card we're even interested in thinking about sideboarding is Triumphant Surge. What would we cut for it? Hero of the Pride is pretty miserable. But then we only have 12 creatures. We also have Omen of the Sun, which is kind of 13, and Elspeth Sun's Nemesis is kind of 14. I do think I want a second Triumphant Surge. And I think we cut Hero on the draw. The other thing we could do is cut a land on the draw. I don't love that. That seems a little sketchy. So second Triumphant Surge in, and let's run it back. This hand's insane. Keep. Beer me a Heliod. All right, I'll take an Elspeth, I guess. It's not nearly as good as Heliod, though. So if they stumble here, we're going to punish them pretty hard. It's the difference between being on the play and on the draw, though. It's going to be a lot harder for us to aggro them out. Yeah, like that just rains all over our parade. So do I blow Dreadful Apathy here, or I just play... Just play Daybreak Chimera, right? I think we just want to get a threat down that can attack. Hello, Aspect of Lamprey. So it's tempting now to go for Dreadful Apathy. I just don't think we need to. Like they're gonna thirst here, presumably. Eat to extinction. I can't do anything about that. That's a good one for them. I think we just say go. Omen of the Sea, sure. So if they don't do anything relevant here, oh, they're going to do something relevant. That's not good. That's so bad for me. All right. Let's omen here. We're really going to need something like Heliod to get out of this. All right. Do I go for aspect right now? Have they missed land drops? What turn is this? They've not missed land drops. They went bottom with their omen. They can't play Kiora yet. So worst case scenario for us is they go land, double spell, we get their last card. If they just go land, spell, and we get to aspect their last 2 cards, I think that's what we need to do to try to win. So let's go Elspeth. Elspeth's also pretty good here. And I think just make 2 1/1s. Say go. Let's hope they go land, spell, and then we get to aspect their last 2 cards. Thirst. Okay. Pitched a Nyxborn Seaguard. So they're still going to have 3 cards in hand here. They didn't play anything. So this feels like I'm just going to get bested by Kiora, unfortunately. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, though. So we can Elspeth minus on 2 soldiers. We can push a lot of damage this turn. Like if we just go Mire's Grasp here, Dreadful Apathy here, we're doing 4, 8, 12 damage. I think that's the play. Actually, we're doing 14 because Pious Wayfarer triggers. Okay. No. So I still think we apathy this. Pump one of these duders. +2. +2. Attack, 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 attack. And hope they don't have Kiora Best the Sea God. Okay, not dead. Oh no. Oh no. All right, we are going to get their last 2 cards. So that's good for us. Yeah, these are some haymakers here we're throwing against each other. All right. So let's stick Aspect. Ah, man, I have the opportunity to kill that Setessan champion. Oh, it's so tough. They would have to top deck an enchantment, but they're going to get a Scry 2 from Omen. I think I need to get their last 2 cards out of hand. Yes. Boom, baby. All right. Game on. And then do we just make some 1/1s? Seems pretty good. I don't think Elspeth do anything other than that. So let's say go. No attacks. I think we have a real game of Magic on our hands here. Like, Setessan champion could get out of control. That's still very much a way they win the game. Yeah. That's pretty irrelevant, though. I mean, it turning into a threat is not irrelevant. So that's not, like, the unluckiest on our part there. There was a chance they whiffed and we were going to get a kill Setessan champion with Elspeth's Nightmare there. Okay. That's a card. So I think we do this. 1, 2, 3. Blow up you. And say go. No attacks. And hope they can't chain enchantments together here. It's the Forerunner. That's a problem. I mean, we were in a situation where we were darned if we do, darned if we don't with the Kiora and the Setessan champion. Okay. And now they're going to scry to more enchantments. So let's play a Heliod. Say go. So certainly a game of haymakers. Scrying bottom. We're going to sack Omen here, get back Elspeth, and then we're a white pip away from... Actually, I was just supposed to attack with this human soldier, right? That's the better way to do it. Yikes. That's really good for them. No blocks. Okay, so we've got some serious... I should have attacked with this human soldier last turn. So we either would have gotten some life, or And honestly, we might be able to gain enough life with Heliod that we can do the thing anyway. So do I want to sack Dreadful Apathy here? I think the answer is no. I think I just want to make sure I draw action. Flicker's great. Bottom, top, action acquired. Let's hold control. Do this. 2, 3. Do this. 1, 2. Boom, baby. Okay. I think we put that on the champion. Okay. And then I think we're going to be able to race these flyers. That's my hope anyway. Oh, they have the goal. That's fine. They eat the one that has lifelink, or they eat another one. We don't care. We need to do attack there. Yeah, that's fine. Get a counter on another one. So they go. They're scrying. This has been an intense game. They went top, top. That can't be good for me. Nope, it's not. All right, we need to exile that Citizen Champion stat. Okay. They can't go nuts. Wow, they are going nuts. So they must have a big blocker coming down? Is this the Forerunner? Just making a wolf. That's not going to do it. All right, they're not in good shape here. So let's get this gone, I think. The other option we have is to give like a million things lifelink. Is that better for us? So we give this and 2 of these lifelink. That almost seems better. The other option we have is to just play Rumbling Sentry. And then we have a large threat to give lifelink to. I'll be taking 5. This is hard. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I think I need to do this. All right, let's see, go. Feels like we're in good shape here. One bottom, one top. Thaumaturge, that's scary. And an enchantment. Wow, their deck's really good. I still think we're okay. The fact that we're not going to be able to attack into a 3/4 flyer this turn is not ideal. We might just have to. Removal's our best draw here off the top. Ugh, stop. Holy cow. Wow, they're smashing. So now I'm dead in the air to an enchantment. We can Elspeth gain life. That's tech. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Gain 5 life. Counter here. Always yield. And I think we attack. No blocks. Interesting. Okay. I was expecting them to block. So am I dead to them jumping something? I'm not, right? We're fine. If they take their foot off the gas here, I really like my chances. Okay, no blocks. Wow, they both went at Elspeth? That doesn't solve your problem, long-term opponent. Okay. So now we can... I think bring back Elspeth. I could also Rumbling Sentry. Just jam here, give it lifelink. That seems better. And then next turn, Heliod will be on when we bring back Elspeth. Guess I shouldn't have told my opponent that they had a free block here. I'm into drawing that, I think. Fine trading this wherever. Clock's definitely a bit of a factor here. This is not a winning line for our opponent, I don't think. Okay. Counter here, I think. Or maybe I just wanted a lethal threat. Hoggers. That's an army of flyers. Should just be F6'd on their turn here. So I'm going to get back Elspeth and -1 on my 2 large things. Holy cow. And then swing in with Heliod as well. How's that going to go for me? I'll have a 5/5. I'll have 3 5-power attackers that all have to be blocked. And then they'll have to crack back to kill Elspeth. Heliod will likely be unanimated the turn after that. Oh, that's super annoying. Okay. This is not a good line from our opponent. Because they're not going to be able to make good blocks. Yeah, they see it now. All right. Honestly, we can just stay. How much juice do they have in the air? 1, 2, 3, 7, 11, 13, 16. They have Xaxes in the air. All right, we can't stay. 6. 2, 3, 4. Done. All right. Plus 2 plus 1 and plus 2 plus 1, I think. Let's attack. I don't actually like our spot here. That's trading for a gull. We're not actually gaining that much life. What a game. Chumps there are good. Okay. Boom. Hope I don't time out. That would be embarrassing. They have to kill Elspeth here? Okay. Poggers. No lag, please. This is definitely the wrong time to be doing that, but we need to not time out. I think we're in very real danger of that. All right, so our plan is to attack with Rumbling Sentry. Give it lifelink. Magic online, why are you lagging? Do the thing! Oh, it's already got lifelink. Oh god. Double lifelink. Counter here. Poggers. Why was my Magic Online lagging? Oh no. Draw a card. Go. Fight. Win. Well, if we had infinite clock, we would definitely be winning this game. So now we're just fighting the clock. And unfortunately, Magic Online seems to be being a turd at the moment. Always yield. Bottom. Combat. Attack all. They're dead? Yeah, you definitely don't want to block like this. I don't even think we take the time to give things lifelink. Oh, wow, they're flipping. F6. No sacking things for us here. I guess I should sack something now that they hit that. Always yield, oh god. Sack this and then we can F6. Well, this is a W if we weren't going to time out. I think I just have to F6 here. This is a mistake. It is the win if we do it, though. Yes. Apathy. Function F6. Go. Do we win? No! Oh no! That was so brutal. No. Well, we won in our hearts. That was a 3-0 in our hearts. All right. Back to details. Oh, that's so sad. Thank you so much for watching, YouTube. Hopefully you were as excited about that as I was. Oh man, that was brutal. If you enjoyed yourself, remember to like, subscribe, leave us comments in the comment section about how I need to play faster. Much love your all's way, and come check us out again.